Bank, our guest of honor for the evening. Let us have a resounding of claps for him, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Uday Kotak, please, sir. Along with him, I also invite Mr. Anand Goenka, President FICCI, Mr. Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President FICCI, Mr. Harshpati Singhania, Past President FICCI, and Madam Jyoti Vish, Director General FICCI, to please take their seats on the dais. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, ma'am. And let us hear it loud for all of them one more time. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a matter of great pride, privilege, and fortune to have with us Mr. Uday Kotak as the guest of honor. A veteran Indian banker and financial services pioneer, he is recognized for his transformative role in building one of India's leading private sector banks and shaping the modern financial landscape. He has been conferred the Padma Bhushan by the President of India in January 2026. And in February 2026, he has been appointed as the non-executive chairman of the Gujarat International Finance Tech City, better known as GIFT City. So, in keeping with FICCI's tradition and commitment towards environment and sustainability, Mr. Anand Goenka, President FICCI, will greet and welcome Mr. Uday Kotak, founder and director, Kotak Mahindra Bank, with a green certificate. Moments to be treasured and cherished in the form of photographs. Thank you. And now we have Madam Jyoti Vish, Director General FICCI, for setting the context and introductory remarks. Ma'am.
Thank you, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of FICCI, the India's Apex Industry Association, it's my honor and privilege to welcome you all to this Foundation Day of today, Foundation Day of FICCI today. We have entered our centenary year, and as a part of our centenary, several activities have been planned. My sincere thanks today to Mr. Kotak, founder and director, Kotak Mahindra Bank, for kindly accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion despite having a very engaging schedule. Also, my heartfelt gratitude to all the past presidents from 1994 till 24-25 and their families who are present and will be felicitated today for the stellar role that they have all played in shaping FICCI where it presently stands. FICCI is preparing to celebrate, as I mentioned, its centenary year in 2027, marking the pathway for rapid manufacturing expansion, green transition, and a sharper push for global competitiveness across Indian industry. I take this opportunity to pay tribute to our visionary leaders who uphold the governance values as we move ahead towards a progressive future. With 99 years of growth, FICCI has played a pivotal role in India's industrialization and its transformation into global economic power. Throughout its long history, FICCI has navigated numerous challenges, but every time we have relied on our past presidents and transformed these challenges into pivotal force by fostering inclusive and sustainable economic development. With these words, I welcome you all once again to the FICCI Foundation Day 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those warm words. And now, I call upon Mr. Anand Goenka, President FICCI, for the welcome address. Sir.
It is my privilege to welcome you all on FICCI's Foundation Day. On behalf of FICCI, a warm welcome to our past presidents and their families, whom we will honor and felicitate today. A warm welcome to Mr. Uday Kotak, founder and director of Kotak Mahindra Bank, an entrepreneur who built Kotak from a startup into one of India's most respected financial institutions. FICCI's journey from advocating economic self-reliance during colonial rule to partnering India's reforms in the 1990s, and today shaping the agenda in a digital, globally integrated economy mirrors India's own economic evolution. At the heart of this transformation lies self-reliance, championed by Mahatma Gandhi ji through Swadeshi and pursued today through Atmanirbhar Bharat. We owe this institution to our founding fathers, Shri G.D. Birla ji, Shri Purushottam Das Thakur Das ji, who created a common platform for Indian industry. Over time, FICCI has grown into a vital bridge between large enterprises and MSMEs and between industry and government, representing over 250,000 companies. Through defining moments, from liberalization to the COVID pandemic, FICCI's past presidents have been a steady guiding force. The period we recognize today, 1994 to 2025, coincides with India's rise as one of the world's fastest growing major economies. With a strong foundation and a clear growth trajectory, many have rightly called this India's century. And therefore, it is fitting that on this Foundation Day, we honor the leaders who stewarded this institution through these pivotal years. To all our past presidents, thank you. Thank you for your leadership, service, and contribution to nation building. As we felicitate you today, we celebrate a legacy defined by leadership, institution building, and service to the nation. It is a privilege to have you and your families with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goenka, for those cordial remarks. And now I request Mr. Harshpati Singhania, past President FICCI, to address this august gathering. Sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Shri Uday Kotak, our chief guest, and my dear friend. Anand Goenka, President FICCI, Mr. Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President FICCI, Jyoti Vij, past presidents of FICCI. We are all gathered here today to celebrate the Foundation Day of FICCI, India's oldest and most prestigious business chamber. It is my privilege to welcome you all, especially the past presidents and the families of FICCI's past presidents. A special word of gratitude for our friend, Shri Uday Kotak, who has graciously joined us. Taking the liberty of my friendship, I would say, he would have been an outstanding FICCI president, except that he wandered off to the wrong club. My sympathies. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this day reflects not just 99 years of FICCI, but the journey of Indian enterprise and the vision of our predecessors, marked by resilience, sacrifice, and a lasting contribution to nation building. Inspired by Mahatma Gandhi, as you all know, FICCI's foundation marked a turning point for Indian industry. As a past president and as a part of JK organization, which I can humbly say was involved in FICCI's founding, I take pride in this rich legacy. As we approach the centenary of this historic journey, we now move forward to a Viksit Bharat as envisaged by our Honorable Prime Minister. Mahatma Gandhi addressed our fourth AGM on 7th April, 1931, hence the Foundation Day being 7th April. To Gandhiji's pursuit of Purna Swaraj, the Federation gave the double dimension that India must have economic Swaraj at the same time as political Swaraj. Our past presidents, including those who are being felicitated today, carried forward those principles with conviction and foresight. The years we celebrate today have been transformative. From the liberalization era that ushered in the first wave of economic reforms and the birth of new businesses, especially in services, to landmark changes like GST and IBC. At the same time, there have also been challenges shaped by global crises, the COVID pandemic, and the ongoing political upheavals. Yet, Indian enterprise has consistently emerged stronger and even more determined. This period also witnessed a startup revolution, with barely a few hundred startups a decade ago to more than 200,000 today. Indian entrepreneurs are now exploring new and emerging frontiers in defense, electronics, semiconductors, and the biosciences, partnering with global firms to place India firmly in the global value chain. The financial sector, to which Mr. Kotak belongs, and where he has revolutionized Indian banking, has also transformed immensely. The emergence of UPI and India's digital stack, along with liberalization and consolidation within this sector, have brought millions into the fold of banking and insurance, empowering people and businesses alike. Despite global uncertainties and polycrisis engulfing the world, where no country is immune to wars and disruptions, India's growth story remains strong. As a Vice Chair of International Chamber of Commerce Paris, I have the privilege of representing the voice of the Global South, ensuring India's perspective is heard on the global stage. In every circumstance, Indian entrepreneurs have demonstrated resilience and purpose, not just driving business, but inclusive growth. Ladies and gentlemen, few institutions carry a rich legacy as FICCI does. Let us celebrate this legacy today and reaffirm our commitment to building a stronger, more prosperous India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. I now invite Mr. Uday Kotak, founder and director, Kotak Mahindra Bank, for a special address on this highly significant and equally joyous occasion. Mr. Uday Kotak.
Good afternoon, and thank you to Anant, Harsh, Vijay, Jyoti, a marquee list of past presidents, some of the spouses of past presidents, father of Mr. Anant Goenka, who has made a late appearance, other members, and it's indeed a great honor to be here on this platform. And I'll start by something which is a confession, which I have to share in the context of Harsh's comments. My father, who's 92, has been an avid supporter of FICCI all his life through Indian Merchants Chambers. But you know, at times sons like to do things differently from the father, merely because the father has taken one position. Maybe this was the case of this son in this particular situation. Therefore, I fully acknowledge the role and the privilege of being associated with FICCI as a family, and it means a lot to all of us as a family and for what FICCI has done for this country. In many ways, friends, FICCI represents the independence moment of India. And it's quite interesting that it's 99 years old, maybe 99 years young. And now with a president who is in his 40s, FICCI is on the right track to transform the nation as we go forward. And with the guidance of the past presidents, and I can share it with my earlier experience, most of us want to become past presidents. The only way to become past president is to first become a president. And therefore, I'm sure all of you as past presidents must be thoroughly enjoying yourselves in that role and advising the current team, do this, do that, this is our advice. But Anant and Vijay, relax. Tera bhi din aayega. So friends, we are at a very important cusp of what I call as return of global colonialism, something which FICCI fought from 1927 till 1947. And in 2026, we are at one such cusp. And the fact that we are at such a cusp is very clear last night. And I'm not getting into politics, I'm just repeating facts from the speech of Donald Trump in the White House. He made 2 points which clearly identified that we are in a very different world. One, he said, whoever wins the war keeps the spoils. And two, if we get control of the Strait of Hormuz, we, the United States of America, will charge a rent. You are getting back to a world of true colonialism, and it reminds me, especially on this occasion, to how the British took control of India. In the early stages, East India Company was a pure trading company. It traded and made money. Then they had a superior technology, which is a technology of guns and gunpowder. This technology gave them leverage, and they sold guns and gunpowder to the Indian princes and rulers. And soon, the princes and rulers who had gunpowder and guns won in the battle with their opponents. So the negotiating leverage the British trading company had was technology superiority through guns. Soon the trader figured out that why don't I start acquiring territory and own territory as well? And the East India Company started owning states and kingdoms. And through that, you saw a trading company become the British Empire in India. And I see some parallels beginning to develop in the way the world is shaping today. And we all would like to see India as a true power. The fact of the matter is, at this stage, there are at least 3 powers with significant leverage compared to others. One is the United States, second is China, and the third, rising because of the geopolitics, maybe even Russia. And I see the challenges for even the continent of Europe as we see it today, as we go forward. So this is the world we are living in. And at this point of time, from a business and economics point of view, I see 2 possible scenarios coming into play at this point of time. The first is a scenario of what I call as the world post-1945. For the last 80 years, between 1945 to 2026, in this 80-year period, whenever there has been a crisis, we have seen a reversion to mean. Now, whether that reversion happens in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, but every crisis is an opportunity for business, industry, and finance to take the downturn as a positive, because sooner or later, you will see reversion to mean. This is the history of the world for the last 80 years. So this is scenario 1. Scenario 2, which is a scenario of thousands of years prior to 1945, is that whenever there is a crisis, there is a structural change happening in the world. And we have seen it time and again. Lands conquered, rulers changed, fight between the church and the state, the fight between continents, the fight between small countries versus large. But in general, the world prior to 1945 was extremely tribal. And it was a rule of might, and he or she who had ability to take advantage of it was the winner, and structural change happened in the world. Therefore, the question in my mind, friends, today is which of the two scenarios are we in right now? Scenario one, will we get back to reversion to mean? Scenario two, are we in a situation which is pre-1945, hundreds and thousands of years of history before that, where we are in the midst of a structural change? Frankly, I don't have an answer. I've tried to model it, and you can model it to come to business outcomes and put probabilities to each of the two scenarios. If you go by the recent history, the probability of scenario one is extremely high. And you may decide whether it's 50%, 60%, 80%, 90%. But even a 10 to 20% probability of scenario two changes the equations dramatically. Therefore, even if it is a low probability event, it's a very high impact event. And therefore, in our business, we are all going on a fundamental base case assumption that it is scenario one. But my submission here is, whatever low probability you put to scenario two, do not assume that to be zero, that we could be in the middle of a structural change of a kind we have not seen, at least in our living history. And it is here, therefore, friends, the role of FICCI and the FICCI pre-1945, which it had 20 years before that, is something which we must think about. And how did people deal with a situation where the future looked worse than the present? We have grown up in a world where it is fundamental hope that things will go back to normal and get better. And I don't think any of us is conditioned to think about a world where the structural change in the format of the world will make things very different. We have assumed, and many of us here have assumed, that many cities in the Middle East are safe. Or at least we thought so till about a month ago. Are we beginning to re-examine our assumptions? I know of a number of people who found the taxation levels in these old foggy countries like the United Kingdom too high, and rushed to move to new states in the Middle East, because those were where it was safer, sounder, and tax efficient. So my submission is, as business community, we must factor in a small probability of scenario two, even if our base case is scenario one. So this is just something I think very appropriate in the sign of our times as we go forward. And in that context, friends, what are the things which, if we truly believe an independent Atmanirbhar India needs, where are our gaps and what do we need to do? We have done phenomenally well in entrepreneurship. This room is a living example of that. We have done phenomenally well in capturing opportunity in many areas. But there are some areas we need to reflect. First, and this implies to all of us, how much are we spending out of our profits into research and innovation? Very little compared to what we need to. Because we believe we can buy technology. We can buy rare earths from China. We can get Microsoft and other technologies from the US. But where is the Atmanirbhar Bharat truly? I ask ourselves the question, how many of us can live without a WhatsApp? Forget anything else. What are we doing to think about how we will live in a world where we are truly Atmanirbhar? And research and innovation has to be at the core of it. Second, we have been outstanding in the area of trade and services. But how much have we productized? How much have we converted services into products? As AI comes at our doorstep, you talk to any IT services company in India, they say, we are a very focused company, we focus on IT services. Hardly any of them move to productize themselves. And on the other hand, if you see particularly the United States, all of them focused on productizing using services arbitrage from countries like India. So we need to introspect what is it that makes us very good at arbitrage, but not deep research, innovation, and productization. Third, I've heard this all my life, oh, India is energy dependent. How have we changed it? Some of us, we had been to China last week. In China, 60% of domestic car production is electric. 60. India is 3%. I'm not talking about any specific company or otherwise, but how are we truly going to put nation first above interests of individual business? 60%, and they've developed a monopoly even on these raw materials for electric cars. We visited a design factory, a auto design factory, a drone manufacturer which had passenger drones, driverless passenger drones. That's the kind of stuff which is happening there. And I feel that in many ways, China may actually be getting ahead even of the United States. So we have to ask ourselves, how do we get there? Our current position, the reality is $116 billion trade deficit with China. I'm a great believer, though I'm in finance, I'm a great believer in Indian manufacturing. Post the 1991 financial crisis which India saw, in the early stages, most Indian business created what has popularly been known as the Bombay Club, and resisted the change coming post 91. But soon Indian business figured out that let's get our act together. And Indian manufacturing between the mid-90s till now really got back. And we created world-class manufacturing companies, Tatas, Mahindras, TVS, Baba Kalyani, and many others, some of whom are in this room. We created a manufacturing capability for India because there was a 1991 crisis which forced India to open up. Where are we today in terms of our manufacturing execution? I think the biggest area where we need to build, and which is where FICCI can play this role for an Atmanirbhar Bharat on your 99 years, is to create middle manufacturing. The weakest area which we need to focus on is middle manufacturing. Manufacturing in the range of capital of project investment between 100 crores to say 1,000 crores. We've got a lot of incentives for MSMEs, which we should support, but middle manufacturing is where it is a gap. And as far as the larger groups and larger companies are concerned, they must dramatically increase their spend on research and innovation. And I would, at this point of time, believe that history is made at turning points. We are at one such turning point. We have to capture this opportunity. And for that, with a sense of paranoia and a purpose, the very same paranoia and purpose with which FICCI started in 1997, and Mahatma Gandhi thought this is the institution for building India in 1931. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for your valuable insights, which will serve as an inspiration to all. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for felicitation of past presidents from the year 2025 to 2010 with mementos and green certificates. Let us begin. Mr. Harshvardhan Agarwal, year 2024-25, an entrepreneur, strategic thinker. He was recognized in the E.T. Spencer Stuart 40 Under 40 in the year 2016. Well, we have to really we are conveying our regrets that he could not be present here in spite of his best efforts due to some last minute exigency. So we convey our best wishes to him and move on to the next past president of the year 2023-24, Dr. Anish Shah. I would request Mr. Uday Kotak to kindly step ahead. 2024 Group CEO, MD of Mahindra Group and the first non-family leader to herald the group since its foundation in the year 1945. He assumed leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic and led a transformative anchored in discipline and capital allocation. Many congratulations to you, sir. Thank you. I request Dr. Shah to please say a few words. Dr. Shah, a few words from you, please.
It has been a huge honor to be a president at FICCI, and I only want to commend the wonderful team at FICCI that makes the president successful. FICCI does a lot in the background in helping shape government policy, in helping drive thought leadership, and a lot of that is done, in fact, all of that is done by the teams at FICCI and the support of all the past presidents. So I can only say it's been a great privilege, and I've enjoyed the term, and as Uday rightly said, I'm sitting and enjoying it even more now.
Mr. Subrakant Panda, President FICCI year 2022-23. Sir, a few words from you, please.
I will echo Anish, as I know many of those to get felicitated hereafter will do as well, that it was an incredible honor to steward this great organization, wonderful experience, an opportunity to learn and contribute. And I think the camaraderie one has with past presidents, which is a unique combination of friendship and mentorship for someone like me, is something that I cherish. And of course, none of that would be possible without the team which gets the job done. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you.
Mr. Sanjeev Mehta, President FICCI year 2021-2022. A few words from you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I firmly believe that one of the best ways to serve the nation without being in the government is to head an organization like FICCI. I look back with honor, with pride, and huge amount of satisfaction. And in the process, one has made some great friends in the Secretariat and with the FICCI presidents who preceded me and who succeeded me. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. And thank you, Uday, and thank you, Harsh, and all of you.
Next, Mr. Uday Shankar, President We have Mr. Aravamudan, Executive Vice President of GeoStar. Yes, there he is. Sir, can you please come up on stage and accept the felicitation on behalf of Mr. Uday Shankar. So would you like to say something? All right. Let's move on. Dr. Sangeeta Reddy, President FICCI, year 2019. Arranged to send the memento to her. Moving on, Mr. Sandeep Somani, President FICCI. Ashwat Somani, present here. Could I request you to please step up on stage and accept the felicitation on behalf of Mr. Sandeep Somani. Would you like to say anything? All right, let's proceed. Mr. Rashesh Shah, President. We would like to hear from you, sir.
It's a great honor, and thank you all of you for this. As others have said, my association with FICCI has been one of the more gratifying experiences for me. I think along with, I do think that I did get a lot more than I was able to contribute. I learned a lot, and coming from the financial services industry where we are more interacting with RBI and SEBI and IRDA, getting a chance to see how the real India works, how the government works out there was a great opportunity for me. And the family at FICCI, all the past presidents and all, has been amazing. So thank you, FICCI, Harshpati, for creating this environment for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Pankaj Patel, past president, FICCI, and year 2016-17. Mr. Pankaj Patel. A few words from you, sir.
So thank you everybody for honoring today on the 100 years of that. And I think I just would like to say two things. One is, I think Uday bhai said, FICCI started in the independence movement of India. And time has come that we need to think about it. But I see it this way, that we started from Swadeshi Bharat or independent India to now we are moving towards Viksit Bharat. And I think FICCI has to play a very important role. And I'm very confident that the past president's support and the new team will make that happen. I think Gandhi se Modi ki jo journey hai, I think that is the journey which we are all going to witness and make it happen. So there will be Trumps in the world, but I think we also have our Indian people who can fight and find solutions. And any colonialism, India has shown how we can fight without creating much noise and a verbal thing. And I think that's what we look forward that will happen. So thank you very much once again.
Mr. Harshvardhan Neotia, President FICCI, year 2015-16. Mr. Harshvardhan Neotia. A few words from you, sir.
Respected past presidents, presidium, ladies and gentlemen. It's, of course, like everyone has said, a great honor and privilege to serve FICCI. I remember that in my year, 2016, the present Modi government had just had come to power. And it was one of those years when I traveled to 21 countries in 1 year. I don't think it's a feat that I would ever wish for any of my future presidents, because it was really strenuous and quite crazy. And at least half those countries were such that I'd never been before and likely that would never go to. So, but anyway, I think the great part was, it was a great learning experience, a great opportunity to know things that I would, in the ordinary course of my life, never come to know, and great honor to serve the country through FICCI. Thank you very much.
Dr. Jyotsna Suri, President FICCI, year 2014-15.
Namaskar, everyone. Wanted to share that in this lovely 99 years of the history of FICCI, only 3 women presidents, and I was fortunate enough to be the second woman president, taking over from Naina Kidwai, and we had Sangeeta Reddy. So the one thing that I really want from all of us at FICCI is to get more women presidents. Women in the room, can I have a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you so much. But yes, you know, it was truly an honor. I enjoyed every minute of it. Harsh mentioned that amount we traveled. As a matter of fact, Harsh, I took over the year the Modi government came into power. And it was relentless traveling, but it was so much learning. And I have to thank FICCI for giving me that opportunity. You know, the strength of FICCI lies with its past presidents. And the past presidents have added year on year to the institution and will continue to do so. Thank you very much, FICCI, and thank you all for coming here this afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am. Next in line, Mr. Siddharth Birla, President FICCI 2013-14. Unfortunately, he could not be here with us, so we will be sending the memento to him. Next is Madam Naina Lal Kidwai, President FICCI 2012-2013. She could not be present here in person as well due to some last-minute exigency. We will be sending the memento to her as well. Next, Mr. Rajyavardhan Kanoria, President FICCI, year 2011-2012. Mr. Rajyavardhan Kanoria. Sir, a few words, please.
I must confess that I had prepared a little small speech of 2 minutes, but since we are short of time, I will restrict myself to a few words. Having spent 43 years as an executive committee member of FICCI, I think I'm probably one of the longest serving committee members in this room. And maybe I'm not even sure whether it's probably now a lifetime record, because I don't think anybody in FICCI has served for 43 years. So I have a lot to share, because when I joined FICCI at the age of 27, I would say that FICCI played a major role in my formative years, both in terms of business and as well in terms of understanding and learning public policy. And as one of the past presidents said here, that FICCI is more of a learning experience than a giving experience. So over the 43 years, I think I have continued to learn more and more from FICCI rather than having contributed maybe not as much as. But as president of FICCI, it was absolutely my privilege, and I'm proud to say that relationships which I formed at the age of 27 endured, and one very special relationship which I had, which may or may not be politically correct today, was with Dr. Manmohan Singh, who was the governor of RBI, and I served on the credit committee of RBI. So that relationship remained, and I was very honored that as Prime Minister, after a gap of 5 years when Prime Ministers had not come to the FICCI AGM, Dr. Manmohan Singh actually came to my AGM and graced the occasion. So it was very special for me. And FICCI has given me many such opportunities of developing very strong relationships. So I'm really grateful for the platform that has been provided to me. I think one or two things which I did say in my AGM, and I was reflecting really on my father's words, and I think they still endure, is when he said that that business must balance its rights with responsibilities. And I think this is a very fundamental statement in today's context, and we should focus on not what we can do, but what we must do. And I think Uday has spoken about this also. It's not a question of what we can do. And we have to put our self-interests behind us, as he said, and look at what is required for the country. So, and he said that we believe that businessmen should take stock of our own role in the economy and how best we can fulfill that role. How we discharge our responsibility will largely determine not only our own future, but that also of the nation. And he said that I'm confident that the business community of India will not be insensitive to the rising expectations of people. So I'm really grateful for this honor and for what FICCI has provided me over these last 43 years. I look forward to continue with this association, and I think as chairman of the FICCI at 100 committee, the very appropriate slogan which we chosen was 100 years of building tomorrow. So we are really talking about the next 100 years, not about the past 100 years. So all the best to Anant and to the entire young team which is now in charge of FICCI. And as Uday has said, FICCI now is well prepared with a 40s team to look at the future.
Thank you. And next it will be Mr. Harsh Mariwala, President FICCI, year 2010-11. Mr. Harsh Mariwala.
So thank you very much, FICCI, for electing me as president. I got a big shock when I was asked to lead FICCI, because in my sector, and Sanjeev will bear me out, we don't have to go to Delhi for any work. I had been to government offices precisely once in 40 years of my business. So to go into straight away into FICCI and meet with all the ministers and secretaries was a big, big task for me. But I must say I was ably supported by my past presidents, Harshpati Singhania, we call him President Emeritus, Rajan Mittal, who was my predecessor. Rajan is here, but I don't know where he's gone. But I met him last night. And ably followed by Raju Kanorian and Nakidwai. So thank you very much. I enjoyed my stint. Thank you.
Thank you. I request all those on the dais to please take your seats, please. We will be felicitating presidents from 2009 to 2094 in the following session when the Honorable Governor arrives. But we will have a couple of past presidents who will be felicitated later to be speaking now, maybe for a minute or so. I invite Mr. Rajan Bharti Mittal. A few words.
Well, this is what you call a just-in-time entry. Thank you, Uday, President, past President, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor to be felicitated on the Foundation Day. FICCI has a very unique history. It was formed on the advice of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, at a time when India was in the throes of freedom struggle. We have had the opportunity, all of us, to head this esteemed organization. It is a unique organization which has been involved in the nation building. I had the privilege in year 2009 and 10 to be the president at the time when the world was in financial crisis. After 26 years or 16 years, the world is still in crisis of a different kind. The way geopolitics today, the way the world order is changing, India again stands at the cusp of tough times. But I'm sure this government, which is hands-on government with organizations like FICCI, which will be supporting, we have very young leadership now. The old fogies are sitting around here, and I'm going to join that in a minute. I'm sure they will be the catalyst to bring society, industry, and had an equitable growth for this country. I wish you the best, and thank you for this honor.
Thank you, Mr. Mittal. I now invite Mr. Harshpati Singhania to address the audience for a minute, please.
Well, as you've heard so many past presidents, it was my honor and privilege to have had the opportunity to serve FICCI. As I mentioned in my remarks earlier, my family's association with FICCI has been right from its inception. And I was actually the fourth person in the family to have become president in 2009. I learned a lot, as all past presidents have said, and I learned, to me, what was interesting is I learned about a lot of things which I would not have normally encountered in my normal course of business. I'm sure all the people sitting here, people on the dais, including Uday, would have seen that. We learn things as we go along in our sectors, but we have to read about things because you've got to prepare for a meeting. And there are many things which later on become enriching in your lives. So that was a real great learning experience. I cherish my relationship with FICCI and with all the people I've met because of this. The team at FICCI, as always, does a fabulous job, and the good part is a lot of them are stalwarts in the economy. So thank you once again for having given me this opportunity to serve this great institution, which I will always cherish all throughout. Thank you.
Thank you, and now it would be Dr. Habil Khorakiwala, and in the interest of time, a minute for you, sir. Well, I do not, yeah, there he is. Sir, please.
very good evening to all of you. Mahatma Gandhi started this, gave us his blessing 100 years ago. And the fact that we are here completing 100 years shows the relevance and resilience of what FICCI has contributed to India and being a voice, a responsible voice of industry to the government, also informing the policies, what has happened over the year. At a personal level, I say this 1 year in 2006, I was a different person before and after presidency. Because coming from Mumbai and then spending 1 year in Delhi is entirely two different worlds in terms of how people respond and react to various things which happens. And that is the kind of richness I received in my life, being with FICCI during the 1 year. And the very fact that during that time, I think government were very responsive to us, to FICCI. And many of the suggestions, many of the ideas, I think they got it executed and implemented. And I must thank past presidents, members of FICCI, and everyone working in FICCI, especially Amit Mitra, who was the Secretary General at that time. He helped a lot. He had a terrific connectivity in the government, and that was very useful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I now request Mr. Y.K. Modi.
पहले तो मैं फिक्की का धन्यवाद दूंगा कि मुझे प्रेसिडेंट बनाया और आप लोगों ने सब पास्ट प्रेसिडेंट्स को ऑनर करने का ये मौका समझा। पर्सनली मेरे लिए तो फिक्की में बहुत मैंने कुछ सीखा और जैसा हबील भाई बोले, अमित मित्रा से जितना सीखा उतना मैंने किसी से नहीं सीखा, ना स्कूल में ना कॉलेज में। तो इट वाज अ वेरी बिग पर्सनल थिंग। सेकंड थिंग मेरे हिसाब से जो मुझे मिली वो थी कि आप जैसे सब दोस्त बहुत मिले। 99% मेरे दोस्त वही हैं जिनसे फिक्की के द्वारा मुलाकात हुई, बहुतों से बहुत घनिष्ठ मित्रता हुई। As far as FICCI is concerned, I think FICCI has been always saying India first, nation first. Business and enterprise we were obviously representing, but with this picture in mind. And I think for the young team going forward, things will be even more challenging. Where we need to take care of our members, but see that the nation is going in the right direction. At least at present, this government is more amenable to listen to whatever suggestions FICCI make. They may agree or not agree, but they are not willing to accept even one suggestion if somebody goes, except for few people, go there and make any suggestion. So I think the role of FICCI will also dramatically change. So I wish all the best to you, and I'll always remember my good days in FICCI. Jai Hind.
And now we would like to hear from Mr. Jalan. Mr. Sudhir Jalan, please.
President Anant, I see you have taken the trait from your family and your father, and you value antiques. I am, and probably saving the best for the last. So I am probably the last one and the only one of the 20th century who is representing FICCI here. And I am very happy that things are changing very smoothly and giving way to young persons like you and Vijay, and I wish FICCI many more years of growth. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now the vote of thanks for this session will be delivered by Mr. Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President, FICCI.
Mr. Uday Kotak, Mr. Anand Goenka, Mr. Hashpati Singhania, past presidents of FICCI, Ms. Jyoti Vij, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of FICCI, it's indeed my honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks to Mr. Uday Kotak, founder and director, Kotak Mahindra Bank. Any talk by Mr. Kotak is like a mini MBA class, and all of us take out our pens and pads and make notes, and I could see Anant and me doing that today as well. And sir, I think your, as usual today was another mini MBA class, and I think on behalf of FICCI, all I would like to say is that we would do our part in at least fulfilling one of your wishes, which is trying to, take forward your belief in Indian manufacturing. As FICCI, where Anant has come forward with a plan to focus on manufacturing R&D, and I think this is an area of deep interest for all of us, and thank you for your suggestions. We'll certainly do our best to take this forward in both our interactions with industry and also with government. We've got the governor arriving, so I'm not going to take too much time except to sincerely thank all the past presidents who have come from various places, various parts of the country to be with us today and their family members. I think without your presence here, this journey would have been totally incomplete. This is a momentous occasion, 99th year going on to the 100th year, and your presence is immensely added value to the celebrations of FICCI at 100. We'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to all our supporters and sponsors for enabling this event today as well. And thank you once again for everybody for being here today. Thank you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude this session, but we will continue the program on arrival of the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra. Requesting one and all to kindly remain in your seats. We are not breaking. Kindly note, this is not a break. Just allow us a couple of moments for reorganizing the days. Well, we will commence very, very shortly. Thank you all for your cooperation, and as we are setting the stage for the next session, I have a few announcements to make. arrival of Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnu Dev Varmaji, along with Honorable Minister for Protocol, Shri Jaikumar Rawal, Shri Anand Goenka, President FICCI, Shri Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President FICCI, Dr. Prashant Narnavre, Secretary to the Honorable Governor, Shri S. Ramamurthy, Joint Secretary to the Honorable Governor, and Madam Jyoti Vij, Director General FICCI. Kindly rise in honor of the national song, followed by the national anthem and the state song. you. Please be seated. And in keeping with FICCI's tradition and commitment towards environment and sustainability, Mr. Anand Goenka, President FICCI, will greet and welcome Shri Jishnudev Varmaji, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, with a green certificate which signifies that he has been honored with a grove of 25 trees for Ram Bhumi, Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh. Moments to be treasured in the form of photographs and cherished for times to come. And now, a green certificate for the Honorable Minister of Protocol, Government of Maharashtra, Shri Jaikumar Rawalji. Thank you, Mr. Vijay Shankarji. And now I call upon Shri Anand Goenka, President FICCI, for the welcome address.
Shri Jishnudev Varmaji, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Rawalji, members of the FICCI Presidium, past presidents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to warmly welcome Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnudev Varmaji. Sir, your presence lends special significance to FICCI's Foundation Day celebrations. We meet today in Mumbai, a city that embodies India's enterprise and ambition and holds a special place in FICCI's history. Few know that FICCI's first secretariat was based here before shifting to Delhi in 1938. It was also this day that Mahatma Gandhi addressed FICCI's AGM in 1931, giving this occasion deep historical resonance. Today, we honor our past presidents for their outstanding contributions to FICCI, to industry, and to India's economic progress. Their leadership has shaped this institution over decades, and we remain deeply grateful for their vision and guidance. Maharashtra remains a key driver of India's economic momentum, setting benchmarks in manufacturing, services, and financial innovation as one of the country's most industrialized and investment-friendly states. As we step into our centenary year, 99 years of history gives us confidence, but the opportunities ahead give us purpose. We seek your continued guidance and blessings, Honorable Governor, as we move forward. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Goenka, for the initial remarks. And now we will play FICCI AV at 100 years. I direct your attention to the screen, please.
Lothal's tidal docks to the Silk Road, from the guilds of the south to the Mughal merchants who invented the bill of exchange. This was a civilization that did not discover commerce, it invented it. Colonial rule made Indian merchants middlemen in their own land. They built steel anyway, bankrolled a freedom struggle, the thread did not break. In 1927, G.D. Birla and Purushottam Das Thakurdas did something that had never been done before. They brought Indian industry together, fragmented by region, by trade, by colonial design. Indian enterprise had no unified voice. FICCI became that voice. It was India's first organized act of economic self-reliance. Swadeshi, not just a statement, but as a structure. The guild had become a federation. The thread, unbroken across 5,000 years, now had a name. FICCI was in the room through independence, through the planned economy, through the license Raj, through 1991. Through every chapter of India's economic story, the Federation held the line. It had not simply witnessed India's journey, it had helped chart it.
And one cannot deny that FICCI has played one of the most important roles right since the last 98 years in India's journey of independence.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत का लक्ष्य तभी सिद्ध हो सकता है जब फिक्की जैसे संगठन आगे आए.
It is one of the most influential body also for policy making.
आजादी के आंदोलन से लेकर आज तक फिक्की की भी देश की विकास यात्रा में बड़ी भूमिका रही है.
India's economy, the world's fourth largest, soon to be third. Its startups, the world's third largest ecosystem. None of this is an accident. The same instinct that pressed a seal into the wet clay at Lothal 4,000 years ago is at work today. FICCI, 1 year from its centennial, is the present chapter of this 5,000-year enterprise story. The road to Viksit Bharat runs through every boardroom, every field, every startup, and FICCI will be on it as it has always been. Behind every institution are the people who kept it alive. 99 presidents of FICCI, each one a keeper of the thread. Today we honor 31 past presidents of FICCI, leaders who gave their institution their counsel, their conviction and their years. Each of them carried the thread a little further towards the centennial we now approach.
That was the splendid journey of FICCI in a nutshell. And now I request Shri Jaikumar Raval, Honorable Minister of Protocol, Government of Maharashtra, to kindly address this august gathering on this highly joyous and equally significant occasion. Shri Jaikumar Raval ji.
Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, respected Shri Jishnudev Varmaji, Shri Anand Goenka, President FICCI, Dr. Prashant Nanavre, Secretary to the Governor, Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President FICCI, S. Ramamurthy, Joint Secretary to Governor, Srimati Jyoti Vij, Director General FICCI, leaders of industries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to join you today as FICCI celebrates its 99th Foundation Day here in Mumbai, the city where this iconic institution was born. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to FICCI for nearly a century of outstanding contribution to India's economic growth and nation building. Founded in 1927 with the inspiration of Mahatma Gandhi ji, FICCI has played a defining role in shaping India's industrial and policy landscape. Today's occasion is particularly special as we felicitate the distinguished past presidents of FICCI. These are the leaders who have not only built successful enterprises but have also contributed immensely to India's economic development and global standing. On behalf of the Government of Maharashtra, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the awardees. Your contributions continue to inspire generations. Friends, India today stands at a defining moment in its economic journey. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, India continues to be one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. Within India, Maharashtra is leading growth engine, contributing to over 13.5% to India's GDP, attracting nearly 40% of India's total FDI, and consistently ranking as the top investment destination. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, we have set an ambitious vision to make Maharashtra $1 trillion economy by 2030. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Maharashtra achieved a historic milestone. We signed MOUs worth nearly 30 lakh crore with companies from 18 countries, expected to generate around 40 lakh jobs, reflecting strong investor confidence and our commitment to execution. Mumbai continues to be India's financial capital, contributing nearly 6% of India's GDP and over 40% of its foreign trade, and remains the gateway for global investment and innovation. I would also like to highlight that my protocol department has now two important focus areas: foreign direct investment and diaspora outreach. Mumbai, with over 110 consulates, is one of Asia's leading diplomatic hubs, and we are leveraging this global network to strengthen international partnerships and attract investments. At the same time, we are launching an ambitious and structured diaspora outreach initiative for Maharashtra. Our vision is to create a single window platform for non-resident Maharashtrians and the global Indian diaspora, to connect them with opportunities in investment, business, innovation, and social development. We are working to build a global network of Maharashtra Mandals and diaspora organizations, facilitate investments, partnerships, and business collaborations, provide policy support, grievances redressal, and advisory services, engage global talent in sectors like technology, agriculture, education, and innovation. Our aim is to transform the diaspora into a strategic partner in Maharashtra's growth story, not just emotionally connected, but economically and institutionally engaged. As Minister of Agro-Marketing, our focus is equally strong on strengthening the agriculture economy. We are working towards expanding market access, promoting agro-processing, building value chains, and enabling farmers to participate in global markets, ensuring higher income and sustainable growth. Friends, as FICCI approaches its historic 100th year centenary celebration, this is not just a moment of celebration, but a moment to shape the future. With strong leadership, progressive policies, and close partnership with industry through institutions like FICCI, I am confident that Maharashtra will continue to lead India's growth story. Once again, my heartfelt congratulations to all the distinguished awardees and to FICCI for this remarkable legacy of 99 years. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
I thank the Honorable Minister for sharing his valuable insights. And now, I request Shri Jishnudev Varmaji, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, for the keynote address.
Good afternoon and namaskar. On the dais, Sri Jayakumar Rawal, Minister for Protocol, Government of Maharashtra. Sri Anand Goenka, President FICCI and Vice Chairman RPG Group. Dr. Prashant Naraware, Secretary to the Governor. Sri Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President FICCI and Chairman Sanmar Group. Sri S. Ramamurthy, Joint Secretary to the Governor. Past Presidents of FICCI, श्रीमती ज्योति विज, डायरेक्टर जनरल फिक्की, बहनों और भाइयों, प्रणाम और गुड आफ्टरनून। महाराष्ट्र में पदभार ग्रहण करने के पश्चात यह मेरा दूसरा प्रमुख कार्यक्रम है। हम त्रिपुरावासियों के लिए महाराष्ट्र हमेशा प्रेरणा भूमि रही है। महाराष्ट्र यह छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की पावन भूमि है। यह धर्मवीर छत्रपति संभाजी महाराज की वीर भूमि है। महात्मा ज्योतिबा फूले और सावित्रीबाई फूले की यह कर्मभूमि रही है। संविधान के निर्माता भारत रत्न डॉक्टर अंबेडकर, लोकमान्य तिलक तथा वीर सावरकर की भी महान धरा रही है। महात्मा गांधी की भी महाराष्ट्र कर्मभूमि रहा है। आज के इस अवसर पर इन सभी महान विभूतियों को नमन करता हूँ. It gives me immense pleasure to address this eminent gathering of captains of industry at the 99th FICCI Foundation Day. I am happy to know that FICCI is celebrating its centenary year in the year 2027. I congratulate FICCI, the largest, oldest, and the apex business chamber in India, on its foundation day. FICCI has had a remarkable journey since its inception in 1927. I was delighted to know that it was formed in Mumbai at the instance of Mahatma Gandhi when the young president of FICCI came to invite me in the Lok Bhavan. FICCI has had the distinction of witnessing pre-independence and post-independence changes in terms of regulatory control and post-liberalization market-led growth. The Federation's contribution in making Mumbai the economic power engine of the country has been condemnable. In its 99 years of journey, FICCI has empowered countless entrepreneurs, witnessed success stories, and even faced challenges. I am glad to note that the ladies' wing of FICCI has also been very active for the past few years, and it also deserves our wholehearted compliments on this occasion. Under the guidance and leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, India is advancing towards becoming a Viksit Bharat by 2047. FICCI should continue to stand as a trusted partner in achieving this goal. The success of Viksit Bharat rests on the foundation of Viksit states. As a leading contributor to India's economy and largest contributor to direct taxes, Maharashtra plays a pivotal role in advancing this aspiration through industrial strength, innovation, and human capital development. Maharashtra's $1 trillion economy vision reflects its ambition to emerge as a global hub for manufacturing, services, innovation, and inclusive growth. I was pleased to note that this vision of the state came out of a FICCI report published in 2017. As the constitutional head of the state, my office has constantly emphasized the importance of industry participation, innovation, and investment in addressing complex public challenges. As governor, I also happen to be the chancellor of 29 state universities. These include more than a dozen large traditional universities, 4 agricultural universities, 1 medical science university, 1 technological university, and 1 university of distance and open learning, and also an university of animal sciences and fisheries. I call upon universities to work closely with FICCI. I will also urge FICCI to collaborate with the state and also with the state universities to create a constructive platform for dialogue, partnership, and implementation across priority areas of socio-economic development. I am glad that the ladies' wing of FICCI is already working with Lok Bhavan for the empowerment of university and college girl students through the initiative Swayam Siddha. We need FICCI to create apprenticeship and internship positions of our graduates so they get work experience in diverse areas. Ladies and gentlemen, the Federation is entering its centenary year at a critical global juncture. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East has already impacted the economies of nearly all countries in varying degrees. It was directly or indirectly impacted every single person on this planet. While our governments are taking all necessary measures to safeguard India's interests, particularly in the area of energy security, it would be both timely and appropriate for FICCI to commission comprehensive studies assessing the overall impact of the conflict on different sectors of the Indian economy. We need to find out how can we mitigate the suffering of the poorest and the marginalized who are getting affected by the war. Such assessments should include the likely effects of micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, as well as the implications for the Indian expatriate community residing in the Gulf region. There are already reports of major IT firms announcing large-scale layoffs, underscoring the need for careful analysis. We need suggestions from you how we can skill, reskill, and upskill our workforce to help them stay relevant and earn a decent livelihood. I am so happy that FICCI is felicitating its distinguished past presidents today. I take this opportunity to congratulate them for their contributions to our country and the state of Maharashtra. Once again, I congratulate FICCI as it marches towards its centenary year and wish all of you success in your future endeavors. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Maharashtra.
I thank the Honorable Governor for his invigorating words, inspiring us to surge ahead on the growth trajectory, creating meaningful impact. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, for felicitation of past presidents from the year 2009 to 1994 with mementos and green certificates. Let us begin with Mr. Rajan Bharti Mittal, President FICCI, year 2009-2010. I request the Honorable Governor to kindly step ahead to felicitate Mr. Rajan Bharti Mittal. Thank you. Next, Mr. Harshpati Singhania, President FICCI, year 2008-2009. Thank you. Next would be Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, President FICCI, year 2007-2008. Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar could not attend due to prior commitment. We will arrange to send his memento and green certificate. Moving ahead, Dr. Habil Khorakiwala, President FICCI, year 2006-2007. Thank you. Next, I call upon Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar, President FICCI, year 2005-2006. Yes, we have his granddaughter, Anisha Barlia. Please step on the stage and accept this felicitation on behalf of Mr. Saroj Kumar Podar. Thank you. Next would be Mr. Omkar Kanwar, President FICCI, year 2004-2005. Despite his best efforts, he could not attend. We will be arranging to send the memento and green certificate. Moving on, Mr. Yogendra Kumar Modi, President FICCI, year 2003-2004. Next, Dr. A.C. Muthaiya, President FICCI, year 2002-2003. Well, we have his son-in-law, Mr. Jawahar Vadivelu, to accept the felicitation on his behalf. Next would be Mr. Rajendra Lodha, President FICCI year 2001-2002. We have his son, Mr. Harsh Lodha, accepting the felicitation on his behalf. Next would be Mr. Chirayu Amin, President FICCI, year 2000-2001. Well, he could not be present. Moving on, Mr. Gauri Prasad Goenka, President FICCI, year 1999-2000. He too could not be here in person. Let us move ahead. Mr. Sudhir Jalan, President FICCI, year 1998-1999. Next would be Mr. K.K. Modi, President FICCI, year 1997-98. Well, Dr. Beena Modi, his wife too could not make it, so we will be arranging to send the memento and green certificate. Moving on, Mr. A.S. Kasliwal, President FICCI, year 1996-97. We have son, Mr. Ambuj Kasliwal. Yes. Next would be Mr. Deepak Banker, year 1995-96. His daughter, Aditi Banker Parikh, is here to accept the felicitation. And then now it will be Mr. A.K. Rungta, 1994-95. Grandson, Mr. Aman Rungta, is here to accept the felicitation on behalf of Mr. A.K. Rungta. Thank you. Time now for group photographs. We will do this in two parts. First will be past presidents from the year 2025 to 2010 in the reverse chronological order. Could I request actual recipients to kindly step up on stage, please? Dr. Anish Shah, Mr. Subrakant Panda, Mr. Sanjeev Mehta, Mr. George Cherian, Mr. Shashwat Somani, Mr. Rashesh Shah, Mr. Pankaj Patel, Mr. Harshvardhan Neotia, Dr. Jyotsna Suri, Mr. Rajyavardhan Kanoria, and Mr. Harsh Mariwala. Thank you. I will now request past presidents from 2009 and up to 1994, the actual recipients to please step up on stage. Mr. Rajan Bharti Mittal, Mr. Harshpati Singhania, Dr. Habil Korakiwala, Ms. Anisha Barlia, Mr. Yogendra Modi, Mr. Jawahar Vadivelu, Mr. Harsh Lodha, Mr. Sudhir Jalan, Mr. Ambuj Kasliwal, Ms. Aditi Banker Parikh, and Mr. Aman Rungta. Let us have a combined round of applause for all the past presidents. Thank you. You may please take your seats while the vote of thanks will be delivered by Shri Vijay Shankar, Senior Vice President, FICCI.
Shri Jishnudev Verma ji, Shri Jaikumar Rawal ji, Mr. Ramamurthy, Dr. Prashant Narnavare, Anand Goenka, past presidents of FICCI, Jyoti Vij, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of FICCI, it is my honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks to the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Jishnudev Verma ji. Honorable Governor, we are deeply grateful to you for gracing the FICCI Foundation Day. Your presence today, so soon after assuming your esteemed office in Maharashtra, serves as a powerful encouragement to the entire business community. We are truly inspired by your talk, and we will take forward your suggestions on working with the universities that come under your remit in Maharashtra. We also note your concerns on job losses, and from FICCI's behalf, we can assure you that we'll do our bit to ensure that we play a role in mitigating them. Today, as we commemorate the historic address given by Sri Mahatma Gandhi ji into FICCI in 1931, we reaffirm our commitment to economic nationalism and nation building. We'd like to thank all the family members of the past presidents as well for being here. We'd like to thank all the industry members and descendants and all the others who have joined us today to honor FICCI's rich legacy. Thank you to the representatives of the media and also the program supporters. Thank you once again, Honorable Governor, for your time, your wisdom, and your unwavering support for Indian industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise in honor of the national song followed by the national anthem.